That's the
Hello.
intro. It says you are live
Well
officially.
done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well done.
Amazing technology.
I mean, is there a way to change that 30-second logo? Enzo, you know better than I do.
No, I think StreamYard just has a default
Oh.
one. Maybe if you pay for it so that you might have fancier options, but it seems to be the only song, the only countdown I ever see people do.
Yeah. So yeah, people see right here as we're looking on my vampires on 0 at the moment. So I'm gonna take it down because you never know. But just like they live, Lord Toxicity and Enzo, we're just gonna watch it, and as I can throw in 4 or 5 second clips. And out of the three of us, only Lord Toxicity, I never knew that this movie was based on a book.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try not pausing this movie at all, right?
Nah, I'm just gonna keep it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think we'll just I think it's one of those that you can kind of talk over. I mean,
Yeah.
well, obviously we'll pick our battles, but
Yeah. But you guys, you'll
Okay.
see it right here where it's like when I'm sharing, I'm just gonna show like right there, and you'll see the mouse come down, and you just see me like right this, and then when we're all ready at the same time, just start
All right.
together. So
Sure.
do we
And then
do
we
any
finish
other intro?
together if it's ideal, right?
Yeah.
no, like I said, They Live went fantastic, and people who watch this, I'm keeping
I
my
liked it. It was good.
It's just the one time I hit 10 seconds, they're like, "Hey, copyright claim," which I'm like, I'm happy it's still up, but they're like, "Hey, the whole $2 we owe you, you're not going to get now." And I'm like, if we start getting 10,000 views, who doesn't want a couple bucks and shit? But it still
Oh,
comes
yeah.
down to, I love watching this movie. I don't care if I don't get paid, but
I say give the money to old Johnny C.
yeah. I
But
gotta
that's
fresh
pretty.
pack
Were you
those.
guys planning on doing another John Carpenter movie, or is it just happenstance?
No,
It's
it was
happenstance. Yeah.
yeah, it's weird.
Well,
I
let's
I
keep the
think
train
it
going for October. Let's do the thing and shit.
Hey,
Let's
yeah.
Yeah,
do
we could
the
do
Village
that.
of the Damned.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Oh
what
yeah,
I
Village
said.
of the Damned is very underrated.
Yeah,
I
so
love
me and
that
me and
one.
Wes, because Wes just happened to mention he showed a clip on Facebook, and I'm like, you know what, we should do? Why not do vampires? So hey,
Yeah, I've been obsessed with this movie for as long as it came out. I worked at a theater when it
yeah,
came out, and I was hanging out with all the nerds out in the lobby, and they were like, "What did you think of vampires?" And I was like, and they all knew they knew I was like wanting to be in the military and stuff like that, and I love vampire flicks in general.
yeah,
And I was like, yeah, I was like, it was good. I was like, but
yeah.
some of the stuff was so stupid. Like, if you know the vampires are in this one place, just fucking throw some C4 and blow that bitch up. And then this kid, was like, the whole, well, actually, Wes, there's a book, and that's exactly what they do.
He sounds like a comic book
And
guy. He's got it.
if you're listening to this, Troy Falk, I'm sorry that I made fun of you. I hope you overcame your speech impediment.
Oh
And I'm
God,
sorry for making fun of it. But
no, he's
he
not.
introduced me to the book, and then I've been obsessed with the book. I'm actually writing a sequel to the book since the author
Yeah,
passed away, and I sent it to Enzo. There you go. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Now, it tells me that my screen won't be mirrored in YouTube. Is it my screen mirrored on your ends? Like, is my Jesus shirt backwards?
No,
Sweet.
No.
I mean
Yeah.
just
Cool.
see, I'm wearing
Well,
Negan,
yeah.
so I figured I don't wear Negan because he's not a vampire slayer, but still,
He could be though.
yeah, that's why I was like,
Now,
badass.
I have skimmed this book, and what I could tell right off the bat is it's much more like religious in tone. Like or at least every random page I flips to tends to be about,
Yeah, you
God
can't.
and
You're way
confession.
off. No,
Oh, okay.
way off. Way
That's
off.
okay.
Yeah.
Way off. Good.
You're not
I
getting
flipped to like
anything.
3 random pages,
It's
and all 3
probably-
of them were like,
It,
"What
it
the
has
hell?"
that book has been damned by the Catholic Church so much. Like they
Oh,
were
good.
just like,
Heathens.
it's so blasphemous. So
Yeah, but I see what the Catholic Church applauds for, so
yeah, exactly.
their boos mean nothing. Just joking.
Anyway. All right,
I'm
boys.
Catholic. All right.
So we nice on this intro. So you see what I'm seeing right here, and I'm mouse down. But when everyone's ready, I will be pressing the play button. So tell me when you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Ready
All
when
right.
you are.
So going 3, 2, 1, and play.
Oh, we all clicked our mouses together.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Okay. So
all right. And I'll just turn my volume up on my TV. I see
Mine's
how
up.
it works.
so yeah, Columbia Pictures. Oh yeah.
Would you guys do this, Columbia lady? Yay or nay?
I mean, why
Oh
not?
yeah, she'd get it. Oh, she'd
Yeah.
totally get it.
Yeah.
Largo.
Back in the old days.
Oh, is this the one with all the buffalo that show up? Or is that a different one?
I don't
That's a different company. Yeah.
think
All these dumb production companies' logos are ingrained into my memory.
JVC Entertainment.
I see all these rappers rocking JVC like shirts and sneakers, like it's so cool.
Yeah. Nice wide shot.
Maybe that's our initials.
A
Jonathan
storm.
Christian.
Great wide shot. Great wide shot.
Oh yeah, Mike's hard 0.
And already
Mike's hard 0.
Yeah, it's better
some
for you.
Good already some good music from the man.
Right.
Daniel
He insists on
Baldwin.
doing his own scores, and some of them are hit and some of them are miss. This one doesn't really sound like a John Carpenter score.
No,
it
it doesn't.
There's the
but it's,
there's that synth.
Thomas Ian Griffith. Where do we know that name from, guys?
yeah, Cobra Kai. Cobra
Oh,
Kai.
yeah. You know what's funny is I don't know. What's funny is like blue collar drinking 0 sugar alcohol. It's like, do you want to be fat or do you want cancer? Like, I'd rather just eat the real sugar and not get a brain tumor.
I mean,
see, I grew up in the desert.
Would a brain tumor do a lot to you though, Enzo? I mean, would that?
It probably
maybe it'll be like John Travolta's tumor and phenomenon where it makes me like move sunglasses with my mind and recite the mammals in alphabetical order.
Look, I'm to the point
that
would
be pretty dope.
At this point, carrots cause cancer. What doesn't? The water causes cancer. Like, fuck it.
It's because we polluted it all.
Yep.
No,
so now what's our protagonist doing? James Woods.
Yeah. James Woods, one of the only times he gets to play the hero, because he's usually the heavy.
Yeah.
The evil heavy in movies.
I love him in what's the one with him and Michael J. Fox? Where Michael J. Fox is an actor trying to learn to be a cop.
The Hard Way. The Hard
Way.
Yeah.
Something about Michael J. Fox at the end of that movie with a bullet in his belly, like, I'll be okay. It's so weird to see, you know, Michael J. Fox getting shot. But yeah, he pretty much plays the same character in that movie, like tough as nails, real wry, witty guy, killing bad guys.
Oh yeah. Look at that truck too. Holy shit.
Is that thing street legal? Are you allowed to own an armored car, an armored van like that? If so,
I mean, if you kill vampires for the Catholic Church, you can.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. It's like you got the Catholic Church behind you. That's like a step below having like the military behind you. You know, like the funding, or at least 30, 40 years ago.
Plus, you can say you're doing it for God. It's God's work you're doing.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yep.
And then going out and getting drunk and getting hookers.
John State. Vampires with a dollar sign. Well,
so basically the first 40 for the uninitiated, the first 45 minutes of this movie I'd say pretty well mirrors the book.
Good.
So,
and then what happens?
Well, we'll get to that, buddy.
Okay. Okay.
Well, now, like James Woods, those sunglasses. Daniel Baldwin.
The fat Baldwin, we like to call him.
I think he's one of the better ones, actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, he had to be because he's fat. I mean, to be a better actor, he's underrated.
Fair enough.
He's also underrated because he's not as attractive as his brothers, you know, Steven and Alec and Daniel and Jerry and Roger and all of them. He's the least attractive Baldwin brother.
Nah, true.
Is he the least attractive Baldwin brother?
Unless you're a chubby chaser.
Look at Woods.
I definitely am.
All right.
Yeah, so John Carpenter wanted to get an actor that he thought, you know, could portray somebody that could believably be like taking on these visceral monsters. You know what I mean?
Look at the weapons too. Badass.
All these
pretty
actors,
badass.
Every actor, like this guy in the red with the suspenders, like all these actors that I'm noticing that are famous stuntmen, they're all probably gonna die. Like that's the whole point. Like if you're a stuntman and you're playing a character, you're probably gonna die an awesome, like stunt-worthy death.
Yeah. Like I said, all
Mark
the freaking
Boone Jr. making an appearance.
All these weapons and shit. Badass crossbow.
I mean, you gotta admit this looks pretty badass.
Oh, goddamn right. Gotta have a prayer before you go kick ass.
Yeah. I like how only okay, there we go. A couple of them doing the sign of the cross. I was like, why is only the Mexican dude doing the sign of the cross? Goons.
Looking for a master.
Yeah.
So it is strictly by the book today, gentlemen.
Yep.
Questions?
We are synced up really good.
Yeah, I'm like a second ahead.
God damn you.
No, like a half a second ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cool.
I love the close-ups to James Woods and just
Yeah.
hair just like this.
I do like it. It
Yeah.
gives very Old West vibes.
Plus the music too. It's like down, down,
Yeah.
down.
This is
So funny.
this is a response to this.
Look at this shit.
John
Look at-
Carpenter.
Look at that walk.
had always-
man, like
John Carpenter had always wanted to do a Western, and this is like the closest thing to it.
yeah, you know what? Can't debate that.
See, I like this idea of like a ragtag team of vampire hunters, and they're all from different various walks of life. Because it's like,
Yeah.
I'd imagine like you don't get into this type of work unless you actually personally start getting.
Mm.
How do you get into this line of work? You know, everyone's got their own
Well,
motives.
It's like Enzo. Imagine a world where diversity wasn't forced into a story. My
Yeah.
God, remember those days?
Yeah, but every one of these dudes is a badass dude, so I mean, they all got that in common. You know,
That's what I'm
it's like,
saying.
it's pretty diverse, like ethnically and probably religiously, but
Yeah.
every one of these guys is killed. There's no Ned Flanders is in this group. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I guess the priest.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, David.
I don't know. The priest comes in
He's a
pretty
badass too?
clutch.
Cool.
Yeah, he comes in pretty clutch.
You know, I saw this movie, I think at least within the last year or so with Mother, and I know
Really?
we had a good time watching it. It's fun.
Okay.
I've seen it a bunch of times.
Enzo.
But it was only until this last recent time that I realized, like, the massive.
So like right here, I was the obnoxious movie watcher. I get what they're going
Right.
for with this. It makes sense. But when I first saw it, and I had not read the book yet,
Mhm.
I was like, okay, so they know the vampires are in there, right?
They know there's
So,
vampires too. They know how to kill vampires. They all got crosses and fucking
Like,
spears.
why
and
not
stuff.
just douse the place in fucking kerosene
It's
and burn it
broad
down? And then
daylight.
it's broad daylight. What are the vampires going to do? Run out? I mean, then you
Yeah.
know. So, but it gets more intricate in the book. Like they have to confirm that. I mean, they do that. They do if they know
Oh,
for
right.
sure the vampires in the building, they will blow the building. in
But
order to
also
get
make
to 'em.
sure
But
maybe there's no innocent,
no,
humans.
that's not
No.
really a thing. They don't really care about that.
Now these
That's-
vampires kill people as soon as they drink their blood, right? These vampires are
No. Well, in the movie
Sometimes.
they do. Yeah, in the book they like to keep familiars, so they
right,
drink some of their blood and they keep them like
alive.
alive to like protect them and stuff. Like they had a whole
Yeah.
sheriff's
Master.
department in the book. There's a whole sheriff's department that
Yeah.
protects
Hell yeah.
them.
Very like blade-ish, like blade. They're everywhere. They got the
Kinda,
claws.
yeah. Except they're not just doing it with the hope of being turned. Like they actively like suck on their blood and stuff.
Relax, dead body. Bled out and cold. Been here a while.
Is he smoking cloves? Daniel
don't know.
Baldwin? That's or something. You know, the first girl I ever hooked up with was a goth girl with green hair and her septum pierced and tattoos underage, and she smoked cloves. And every time I think
Oh,
of that,
yeah.
I just think of that,
Takes
that
me
sweet
back.
Asian, sweet Asian goth chick.
I like the little subversion here and the introduction of the vampires because you think
Mm.
like they go one way thinking that's where and then the fucking thing comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like they're not super intelligent, but they're fucking fast and they're
Yeah.
strong as shit. You know.
Definitely.
Ooh, Jericho 9mm, good weapon.
Gotta make him a threat.
I like
That's
how
cool.
everybody else is geared up except for Jack Crow. Jack
That's
Crow's just
Shang
like,
Tsung.
fuck
Is that fucking Shang Tsung?
that
right
is
there?
Shang Tsung.
Hell
That is
yeah.
Shang Tsung. Yep, that is
God
him.
damn it all. It's Carrie Algawa.
Carrie
I
Fuja,
tried-
Carrie Fuja, special number 9.
I tried
Yeah.
to say his name once. I got it. I got to read it.
I like how she comes flying out of nowhere.
Goddamn vampires.
Yeah, squeaking vampires, screaming vampires. I like these. I like when vampires are very like cat-like.
God damn. Woo.
Yeah, you got to
Seriously.
put some. Whose volume was that?
That's Chris.
I'll put on the.
Oh,
Yeah, Chris is
Okay.
sharing his
Well,
screen
I wanna
and
make sure-
audio.
I want
okay.
to make sure
All
people can hear it.
all right, all right.
I was like
Yeah,
a
I
predator,
like.
man.
Oh, vampires
They
have to
are-
have black blood. I love it when vampires have like dead black blood, you know?
Yeah.
And if you drink the black blood, you become a vampire.
I do like the thought that I firearms will work, but it only kind of stuns them a little bit. I like that.
Yeah.
I say they would like stakes in the heart. I like the stake in the heart like paralyzes the vampire, and now you can cut off his head and throw him out. And I'm pretty sure we talked about this before on one of the many times we talked about vampires.
Yeah, these are the kind of vampires I like to see. Like these are the 30 days of night, no fucking around, not pretty, not glittery, not anything but just like monsters.
That's half volume. How's it sound?
That sounds fine on your end. Okay. My volume's pretty low anyway.
Well, I maxed it out, so I wasn't sure how the audience could hear it. So
I mean,
yeah,
I've got my volume turned all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably don't want it to be like louder than us or as loud as us, but I don't think it was.
Well, plus my TV's halfway across
the room,
so.
Blow a girl's wrist off.
They drag it out into the sun. It's fucking awesome.
It's like vampire fishing, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they can't just go kill them; they gotta like lure them out.
Awesome. Oh Lord.
Yeah, these poor stunt doubles getting these hell yeah, dummy heads. These poor stunt doubles getting like fireworks put in their shirts and shit.
You fucking put a stake through his head, through a sword, a bolt. Like, goddamn, these fuckers are hard to kill, man.
Yeah, these are more like the Salem's Lot vampires. Like the master runs the drones. They're like a ant colony, like alien xenomorphs almost.
It's still alive. Damn.
Yeah. These are like zombie drones. They're like mindless. When you first become a vampire, you're like mindless, monster,
They break it down in the book a little better because they have what's called goons, and they say they use it again here. The goons are basically like the Walking Dead, just a little faster, and that they're out for blood. Yeah. And then they actually turn into vampires per se, where they have a little bit more control over their power. They could almost kind of pass as humans. And then
once
you have the
drinking people's blood, basically.
Right, and then you have the master vampires. So
yeah.
That was maybe the only thing that the Twilight books got right was when they first turned into vampires. The first year, they're the strongest. Actually, the young vampires are stronger than the elder vampires because that's why the kids were so deadly for us, because they couldn't fucking control them, and they were.
I think the exact opposite is true. Like
the
a vampire gets his power.
True, yeah.
The vampire gets his power from his blood, which is why they go on blood crazy.
Yeah, Twilight
blood doesn't really keep them alive.
My Catholic Irish ass.
Yeah, the blood doesn't necessarily keep them alive as much as it gives them like powers as well. So like imagine how powerful a 250-year-old vampire is after he's fed on countless victims. That's where you could fly and walk through walls and do all that crazy shit.
I think they do a good job here making these guys like this is like a job. Like these are like guys that would be like truck drivers or factory
like janitors.
Workers.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
It's a living. It's a living.
It's a paycheck.
It's also like I'm sure it's a very good paycheck, but it's like Event Horizon. That was a good thing. Is like all the these are astronauts, and they're all like, "Oh, we don't understand how the warp core works. What do you talk about, Mr. Scientist, man?" They're like truckers, And this same vibe. I like how these guys are more like rock stars because they get groupies and shit and party after they go kill a bunch of vampires.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they didn't get groupies; they got hookers.
Same thing. Catholic Church pays for it.
I mean, at this point,
how is that any different from your record label paying for hookers to go to your rock concert and pretend they actually, they're groupies?
I don't know. I've never had. I have gotten hookers, but I've never had groupies. So I mean, I don't know.
Like legit groupies are like brought to you by someone. Like if you play a show and I played a show and gotten laid because I'm good at the drums. That's not that great. You leave town the next day, go to your next show in Phoenix or wherever. You're like, bye, lady. I bet last night.
See, they do this really well. Right now, Jack realizes that although they nailed a bunch of vampires and a bunch of goons, they didn't get a master, and a master should have been there.
Yeah.
And the hell's the master?
And why? And Jack's the only one that kind of questions it.
Yeah.
And they make a point about that in the book that Jack's been doing it so long.
Like
he knows more than anybody else in the world about vampires, but he still doesn't know shit. Like this is still
a good place to hide the master underground in a coffin.
Well, yeah, but why would he know he brings this up here in a minute. Like, why would he hide? It's not like he knew they were coming, or did he?
Or did he?
Hmm.
No,
Guys,
That's
if
a
I ever
whole
get a-
lot of whores in a small
If I
town
get
like that.
if I ever get a vampire crew, killing crew together, and we get unlimited budget, I promise this is how we will party after every nest clearing.
I need
You
to
have my
fuck
word.
up.
I also like how there's no like lot lizard style horrors like in this small
Right.
like, desert town.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
they're
like,
all
every
pretty
one of these
good.
girls is they're all look good looking.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. Well, like Alec Baldwin or Daniel Baldwin gets kind of a fat one there, but she's not bad. She could get it.
Yeah, but
I mean,
she
she's kinda
looks. She doesn't
chubby.
look like a whore.
I've dated worse.
This looks like the mayor's
Yeah.
wife. You know.
Yeah, like mayor's daughter probably.
Look, we told these vampire slayers we'd give them anything, and I promised you.
Well,
To
what's
that
funny,
pay.
they actually went to a local strip club and got a bunch of strippers for this. Cheryl Lee.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
not Kate Hudson, basically.
Yeah, hotter.
Kate Hudson with like
Yeah.
that much sluttier like look on her face, like
Yeah, like
Like
she's
she-
like, yeah, Kate Hudson if Kate Hudson had tits and
knew what she was doing
tattoos.
around a pole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like you said right there, Wes. Why's he questioned? He's like, he's a master, doesn't leave his nest with the goons there. So,
Yeah,
totally
again,
kill
this
vampires.
is see, now we're coming up to I mean, right here, this is almost identical to the book. But we're coming up to a major diversion where they make well, you know what? I'll wait until the event happens and then I'll explain better.
Wow.
But yeah, it's basically looking back on it, you do this on a second watch or third or whatever, and you can kind of see how this was like set up because he sends the hooker to his room, and that's where Valak is waiting.
yeah.
Valak.
Of course, they're telling all the strippers there that they're hunting vampires, and they're like laughing, like, "Yeah, right," because you guys are hunting vampires. Who's gonna believe that?
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah,
sure.
that's the funny thing in the book too is they always tell people the truth. They're like, what do you guys do for a living? Oh, we hunt, we kill vampires.
Yeah, sure, you know. Oh yeah.
You're right.
Biggest problem I have, Wes, is why are all these strippers fully clothed? Kind of
They
upset about
aren't.
that.
There's a lot of them are naked. You gotta look with sharper eyes, buddy.
Damn it. I mean, after you even just watch the, well, I'm used to Banshee and all the boobs.
That's true. I mean, yeah, this can't come close to Banshee levels of sex and nudity. I mean, come
God
on,
damn
man.
it.
Think about what you're asking for that.
Oh,
Man.
don't share the screen. Do not share the screen. Blue collar,
I
whatever.
should've said no.
Share the screen, blue collar. Fuck 'em.
No, he'll get your channel
Go
taken
for it.
down immediately.
Go. This is Enzo. This is Enzo right here. I can see Enzo being the guy. Let's trash this room.
Yep.
Fuck it.
I was just bitching about
No,
I was bitching
believe it
about
or
lack
not,
of
I'm
boobs,
the
too.
one. I'm the one in the band who's like, "Will you all fucking settle down? Can I just get one day?"
I don't believe you. I'm calling bullshit on that. I want to talk
Totally
to
true.
Meg.
Oh,
I don't believe you at all.
Who's this? Is somebody walking
I'll
slowly?
say the most
like, hey,
offensive shit. I won't do the most offensive shit.
Well, guess what I do? I wreck shit when we get
Yeah.
fucked up.
Look at that right there. There he is. The man.
Fucking Terry Silver.
Goddamn right. That is a big fucking dude. Dude. What's it, like 6'8"
He
or
is a
some
big
shit?
dude. Yeah, he is a big dude.
Oh man, Carrie
What's up?
over there drinking
So-
straight Bacardi.
Yeah, he is. John Carpenter made a deal with James Woods. He said, "I'm going to give you the script, and we'll do one take. You do your improv shit, and we'll do another take, and you just do it the way I want." And almost all of the improv shit wound up in the actual film.
Oh shit.
It's a guy on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Ah!
That was cool.
Oh, I also love this. Like, yeah, being fed on by a vampire is like euphoric, and
Yeah.
like it's like
Yes.
you go into a
That's very
trance.
Salem's Lot. Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
Salem's Lot. It's also very
Damn.
it's in the book. They have an entire chapter devoted to a chick that is the
Like, what
one
does
of the
it like?
victims.
Like, if I could do it in a movie, like as soon as the vampire sinks its teeth, like the frame goes to red and we start seeing like weird, trippy, like lava lamp visuals and like almost like a dream sequence. And then like the person wakes up like stunned. What the hell? There's no vampire around, 2 holes in her neck. Like, what the fuck? How long have I been asleep? What happened? That's how it works. I think that's amazing.
Plus, he
when it works
was
like that.
he was sucking under her thighs too. So
You can't fight it. You don't want to fight it when it's happening,
Mark Boone Jr. also in 30 Days of Night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another vampire killer. when he drives that that tractor into the
Yeah.
house and blows it up.
He was doing pretty good up until the end there. He went out hard. Anyway.
Hi, I'm a master.
I'd like to talk to you
vampire.
about your extended car warranty.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh. I mean,
I actually had to refund 2 teenage girls their money after this scene. They came
Really?
running out of the theater. They're like, "You just
Hell yeah.
ripped a guy in half." I was
It's
like,
like, ma'am,
yeah.
he partially ripped him in half. He didn't rip him in
Yeah.
half all the way.
yeah.
You gonna kill the whores too? What do they do?
Oh, yeah.
Also, you're not gonna drink any of their blood. Like, maybe
That's
just
what
one
some
of them.
boobs there. God damn it.
That's not what he's there for.
I like how he's like, stop, you tickle me. Yeah, ripping, shoving your
Whoa.
arm through people's torsos and
Damn,
strangling
look at that.
someone with that arm. Hey, remember when we were laughing at these guys because they said they killed vampires for a living?
Yeah.
I feel stupid. Like, Destiny, no, not Destiny. She was my
Jesus.
favorite of the whores.
I just bought that top. Oh no.
Damn.
Yes, exactly. This is actual 90s bleached denim. This is acid washed. You know how expensive this was? You fuck. Seems like he's like wanting to get shot at this point.
Jesus Christ. He's taking all them bullets. Look at that shit.
Right out of the novel right there.
Bro.
Jack Crow is such a what
That's
else
a
could this
badass
guy?
name.
Yeah, what,
That
he
is
could,
a
what,
badass-
what else could he have grown up
the
to be?
preacher? The preacher came through clutch, man. The preacher came through clutch.
Yeah.
He only
He
had to wait
tried.
till every whore and other vampire slayer got killed before he. Oh, suicide is he going to hell? Does that count? Does that count as a suicide?
I feel like that doesn't count.
Yeah. Plus, he's a priest, so we'll let it slide. Oh, but
Yeah.
all the other horrible things he did as a priest, we can't let that slide.
No.
Boy. I mean, those guys put like 200 rounds into that bastard.
Wait, I can use you, bitch.
Yeah.
In more ways than one, if you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I was not wearing a Team Jesus shirt.
Yeah.
I almost wore my Living Dead Girl shirt from Rob Zombie, but I thought this would have been better.
That actually would have been pretty dope.
Save it for one of the Halloween streams, October streams.
Go as fast as I can, Jack. The truck ain't that fast.
Can you imagine seeing that thing zip up behind you?
Yeah.
Blub, 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 blub.
Yeah. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, you get some cool wire work.
Boy. Boy. It's like all he did was just piss him off.
I like how he just kind of had this look like, oh, it's okay. I meant to do that. Don't worry.
Smith & Wesson model 629.
Knows his guns.
Yeesh.
Yep. Right out of the. I mean, we're basically right here. I mean, this beginning part is so loyal to the book. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, one of the things that happens that they don't, and I get why they didn't do it. I definitely get why they didn't do it. Although, if John Carpenter was trying to make a Western. So, after this massacre,
Yep.
they get basically the same thing that happens in the movie. They get told to go back to Monterey so they can regroup, rebuild the team, and go after this guy. Okay. And just like in the book, in the movie, Jack Crow knows he was set up and he knows it was a trap. So he's like, nah, I'm not following those orders.
Yeah.
So instead of getting a team back together and doing it, he decides to kind of go outside. Jack has ties with law enforcement, DEA.
She's on her way.
And they do a quick flashback of a little exposition. She's tied to the master, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we got it. So in the novel, Jack Crow decides, well, the church could no longer be trusted. I can only trust my one surviving guy.
Yeah.
And so, and they had a weapons guy that was still at the base, working for him. He's not in the movie, but so he remembers an old hitman friend of his that worked for the cartel named Felix. Felix is a killer.
Yeah.
And Felix is so fast with his 9mm. I mean, he's basically John Wick, basically. Yeah. And he's so fast and so deadly. He's retired out of the drug game, and Jack goes to recruit him. And the vampires can move so fast and they can absorb so many bullets, but they find out that if they use a special kind of silver bullet, it won't kill the vampires, but it will slow them down enough for them to hit them with the crossbow. So Jack gets Felix to join the team.
Yeah.
And they kind of go rogue, and what leads from there, then the rest of it kind of diverges away from
okay.
You know.
Weren't you telling me that these two characters were in another book together though that this guy wrote? That's not.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get into all that because that's the guy, the author, he wrote a Starship Troopers type novel, and he has the same two characters.
Canada Plus, I did see Renfield, and in fact, I'm working on a giant video about it. It's coming out on my birthday, the 25th of October.
I made a video on it. I said, Nick Cage, best part of the film, the whole 5 minutes.
I will not watch anything that Yuki Yomo or whatever the fuck her name is in.
Aquafina?
Yeah, that one.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna make a big 20-30 minute dissection video of it. Be my first like critical review video.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys love that style of video.
No.
So
What's a drinker said? How does Aquafina keep getting work? I don't understand.
She knows something.
Her
mother is literally like in charge of some kind of.
Look at that, 1998, 133 a gallon. Nice. Boy,
things have changed, huh?
That's like one of those like fucking giant revolvers, like a T-Rex or something. What is it?
It's a Smith. It's a Smith & Wesson model 629.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up is this guy was supposed to be played by or they wanted Bruce Campbell to play this character. Oh, that would have been so much better. But then again, he can't upstage James Woods too much, right?
Yeah.
No, do you know who that is though?
Who? The gas station guy?
Yeah.
Was it Texas Chainsaw Massacre? He looked familiar. I don't
know. He's one of the creators of The Walking Dead.
Oh shit!
Was that Kurtzman? No.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
The other old guy, the old guy.
Yeah.
I want to say he's Nicotero.
Okay. I was like, I think I know what Robert Kurtzman looks like. I mean, I don't really want to know what some of these people look like, you know? Like, you ever see your favorite band? Like, you see a picture of them and you're like, oh, those are the guys I've been listening to? Good God.
I mean, I felt that way when I first saw Nickelback.
Yeah, when you saw Kiss without their makeup, we begged them to take their makeup off. And they did. And we were like, put it back on. Please, put the makeup back on. Oh, my God.
So right now, West, they're heading to a motel. They're trying to regroup.
Yep.
This whole team.
Well, there's some stuff that has to be done.
Yeah.
We need more horrors for tonight, Jack.
Yeah, no, that was that was Frank Darabont.
Oh, yeah, director. Okay, the creator of the Walking Dead show. Okay, yes. I could have guessed
what did you
that.
Think I meant?
I thought you meant the comic book. I thought you meant the comic. I was like, oh, Robert Kurtzman.
What
the fuck? But if you had told me, man, yeah, it's funny because one of the movies I want to watch soon on the Schlocktober is the 58 version of The Blob.
Yeah.
But, you know, Frank Darabont famously remade that one. So good.
So right now, Jack wants to bury the team, and his buddy here doesn't want to. But he's like, do it now, B. He's like, do it now, man, while the sun's up.
They got to bury the team because of religious reasons, right?
I mean, Wes, will they come back, though?
Oh, yeah, they mean like process the team, like cut their heads off and light them on fire and shit. Is that what they mean?
Yeah, if you don't, they'll come back if you don't.
Yeah, I like it better when it's like, you gotta.
Damn, they got slaughtered.
It's hard to become a vampire, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, did you share titties? I won't say anything.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Those are some titties. Those are some bloody titties on the floor right there, but I couldn't tell.
Me neither.
You know what's funny is
all this bloody.
I see boobies on YouTube all the time.
Oh, Jack he's going to work right here though. Look, man.
It's like, dude, I just had a beer with this guy yesterday. Now I'm chopping his dead body's head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Good old sawed-off shotgun covered in blood.
Oh, that guy's still clearly alive.
Padre.
He's like, help me.
Gotta do a Padre. Everyone always has a soft spot for the priest. Oh boy. I like the squishing too. It all sounds juicy. He's putting
as the TikTok kids would say, Jack Crow is him.
What does that even mean?
It means like you're the man. It's the new way of saying you say he's him. You are him.
Oh, yeah. Booty shot too. He's burning everything down. Boy. Yeah, so on top of chopping off all the fucking heads, then he's gonna burn the place down too. Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, what does the hotel owner say about this? Nothing. He's dead too, I guess.
I'm assuming he's dead.
If they just killed, if the vampire just killed everyone in that one room.
He just walks up and he's like, "Well, what are you doing?"
I was wondering when you were going to come back. James, I have a hell of a cleaning fee.
This reaction. See if you can get this reaction, Chris.
Sure.
Explosion.
One right here.
Nope, you lost it.
Oh,
you lost
it.
Yeah. The reaction is legit because he actually blew the place up.
Walking away from explosions in slow motion. It's the way to do it.
Badass. Yep.
Christ, there's a lot of plastic inside that motel. You see how thick that black smoke was?
Also,
covered in.
It's all strippers.
Everything's covered in asbestos. The Sun God Motel.
Yeah, really. He's got a bag of heads.
Just bearing a bag of beats.
Yeah. I mean, now, like, Wes, wouldn't you just burn the bag, or why is he burying the bag for?
Supposedly, it's part of the tradition. You take out a hunter, you have to put a stake in their heart. You have to cut off their head, and then you have to move the head to somewhere farther away from where the body is buried. Or
maybe you bury the head so they can go to heaven.
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
We're about to get one of the best lines in any movie from a Baldwin here in a second.
Tell me when to press
it. Such a fucking smartass. I like the fact that they don't bother to try to make Jack Crow or this guy likable. Like, they're total dickheads.
Damn. 275 back in the 90s? Holy shit. That's expensive, man.
It's a very fancy hotel. Look at this tie this man's wearing. I mean, you're paying for a Southern experience. I like it. No expense.
Is that your girlfriend in the truck? No, it's my fucking mother. Give me the keys. Great line. Come on, slut. Sir. Let's go, slut.
What are you doing there?
Any pedestrian would be like, "Ma'am, do you need help? Like, what's going on there?"
Don't we miss these?
No,
I do.
Superman does. Superman and felons. That's it. Oh, I guess drink.
Fuck off. Drink.
I'm kidding.
I like that Enzo kicked it off tonight.
I felt like it hadn't happened yet. It's like been 40 minutes and no one's brought up prison.
We're so into the movie, that's why. Yeah, I do miss the phone booths though. Something about them.
I like how you can go into any church in any part of the country and be like, "Hi, I'm fucking Jack Crow. I'm wounded from attacks. I need help." And they're like, "Come right in, Mr. Crow. We'll bandage you up."
I mean, that's yeah.
What happens if he goes to some kind of like, Baptist church full of black people. Do they have no idea what the fuck he's talking about, or is it only Catholic
No,
church?
he's got to go to. No, he's got. Yeah, he can't go there.
The
He's
Pope.
got to go to the Catholics.
Yeah.
He's got to go to the Catholics.
Mamma mia.
It's not going to see the Jews, you know.
It's no good. Yeah, the synagogues, they're like, we
Like, what the fuck you
we
doing
work
here?
with the vampires. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Control the money. Oh boy.
That'll be the sequel. It's like, we need the rabbis involved too to fight the vampires with us. There's too many of them.
So now where is he? Buongiorno. That's Enzo. Shit. That's Enzo's language.
Yeah, Enzo, what did he just say there?
He said hello. But also I'm getting a text by Megan, so I wasn't really paying attention.
He said
Buongiorno?
Buongiorno.
Yeah, buongiorno means good morning. Ah.
See? Of course you'd know that.
Buongiorno, good day. Something or other. I don't know.
Tell me what happened. Unkillable.
And then we got another character actor that showed up in another vampire movie. Tim Guinea. He played the assistant medical examiner in Blade in the same year this came out.
Oh, I thought you were saying that old guy from Deep Impact. His name is Tim Guinea. He does not look like a Tim Guinea, but the other priest,
his name is the cardinal is Maximilian Schell.
Yeah, he has a badass. He looks like he should have a badass name. He's got a badass voice. He's very ethnic. Yeah, this little guy with the long hair and the glasses. Yeah, he could be Tim. And yeah, he totally is the dude from Blade. I never noticed that.
Wiping out.
He had a bad fate in that movie where he ends up getting turned into like some kind of like cannibal vampire, sent to like the crypt, you know, to like feed on other vampires and people. Horrible.
Yeah, no, he does a little better in this one, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's something I was saying is like every page I was turning to randomly in this book was like this priest.
Yeah, you can't read the book that way, Enzo. You have to read it.
I know.
You don't skim vampires, man. That's my favorite book of all time. I'm literally writing a sequel to that book that I have asked you for help with, and you're like, I skimmed it.
No, I skimmed it. I skimmed it before the Lonesome Dove stream, but I did the Lonesome Dove stream yesterday, so now all that homework is over with.
So given history, so apparently this guy was born in 1340, and he was a priest. So yeah, this guy.
Valak.
Yeah, this guy's a pretty big fucking deal, man. So he's basically Dracula.
This also differs from the source material in the book where they basically they go. I mean, this is a cool way to do it. I'm not gonna lie, but in the book they kind of make them like the pillars of community. So it's just like Oprah and The Rock and like the senators, like they're all vampires.
Hell yeah.
And so like that's and given the fact that like that was right, given the fact that that was written in the 80s and came out in 1990, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So he's telling Jack that out of any Slayer to fight this guy, you're the only person to ever survive. That's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, unwounded too. A little suspicious, if you ask me.
Well, he did get wounded.
Okay,
he did get wounded.
So Valk's the original.
He got movie wounded.
Badass.
Yeah.
That's a badass leather jacket.
Shut the
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
My style would be more like a long pea coat, like kind of like long suit.
No, I have a jacket like that, and I only wear it though, of course, in the winter, and I wear it with my Sons of Anarchy hoodie underneath it.
Right there, good question, Wes. He asked the Cardinal. He's like, how's Valk know my name?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, of course, the movie doesn't tell you this, but Jack used to be a cop. So,
I could tell. No, I'm just kidding.
He and again, that's how he knows the cartel. Well, I mean, he was a DEA agent. So,
but don't show the butt.
Oh shit, it's fine. It's fine. Just
show it for half a second. Show it for half a second, Chris.
God, she is a beautiful woman.
No, put it away. Put it away. Quick.
Oh, she is a beautiful woman. You cannot say she isn't.
Yeah, it's weird because even like on cable TV, you can show butts now, but yeah, no on YouTube and their fucking guidelines.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, like I definitely showed like a half a butt one time, and I got not it got a what's it? Mature audiences only
Woo!
over 18.
Jesus.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
man.
Wish I could
Kate
show that.
Hudson can suck it.
Oh God.
Why is this girl not famous? She's a better, much
She
worse
is
actress,
famous.
probably.
That's Laura Palmer. That's Laura Palmer.
Oh, you're right. Motherfucker. Thank you. Wow.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's like you're
Look
welcome.
at Blue Collar's just like, I gotta Google Laura Palmer really quick.
Yeah, Twin
It's
Peaks,
true.
brother.
I want to show this so bad, but actually, that's nothing provocative, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah,
I like
Take
this
it
because
away.
it gives off a very grapey vibe.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
what's up
Every
with the,
chick
with
I've
the
ever
hotel
shown
staff
this-
here?
Every chick I've ever shown this movie to gets really hot during the scene.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hey
I'm
Enzo.
gonna protect you violently.
Oh Enzo, you answered a question.
Oh yeah, no, Renfield is it's worth watching. I'm going to basically talk about how it's not great, it's not good, it's pretty bad, but my video is going to be mostly focusing on how much better like Innocent Blood was and how it pretty much did the same thing like 30 years earlier, but minus
thought
some
you already
major
did
plot
that.
difference. No,
I
I
thought
just
you
been
already did
working on
that.
it. I never released it. No.
That was like 4 months ago. Jesus.
I've been talking about it, like making a big, long, these edited critical.
Oh,
review
that book
videos.
is never getting read. I can tell that. That was a waste of money.
I
No.
think the scenes with Nick Cage is the best part of that movie. That's what I would say.
I promise I'm having the Renfield video released around my birthday. I made up my mind. I was like, release it in October during Spooktober, Schlocktober. I'm also
Did you
trying.
know they have a Friday the 13th coming out on this October?
I thought we just had a Friday the 13th, or
No, we have a Friday the 13th this October.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What should I release on the 13th? I'll look it up
Well,
later.
So he's telling her that the master vampire has a telepathic link with her. So she's basically, you're the bait, honey.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
He's like, I could use you. Wait, how
They
old are
do
you
this. They do this in the book as well, but it's in reverse.
Okay.
So, like the chick that they use that has a telepathic link with the master vampire, she is used to try to bait them, but then she kind of becomes like a double agent. So
He said right there. He just said that. So his parents were killed by vampires, and the church raised him. So I'm assuming that's different than books, right?
No. Well, kinda. You don't get a lot of Jack Crow backstory except for his interludes. Like you get the idea that he's like one of those guys that's run around and lived a lot of lives. But this is actually pretty. I could see what John Carpenter was going for with this. Like he took a lot of the best pieces of this. He kind of makes Jack a bit of a mix of Felix and Jack. And like I said, he definitely does the same thing in the book. He knows he was set up. He doesn't know who to trust. So he basically the new priest that gets assigned to him, his weapons guy, his drug dealer friend, and the guy that survived, which is actually not Montoya. It's Catelyn, the guy that got ripped in half.
Yeah.
He's the one that survived. And then the girl that is sent by the master to trick them and kind of follow them, she actually turns and becomes on their side. So he kind of goes with this rogue group and goes after them because the Catholic Church can't be trusted anymore.
Can't say that word nowadays.
Yeah.
He's like, they're a bunch of bags. They don't turn into bats. Crosses don't work.
Yeah, all of this is improvised by Woods.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
awesome. This is all James Woods. You want to wear garlic around your neck? The vampire will take a walk up your strata chocolata.
Oh yeah.
This is like I said. John Carpenter was like, you do one scene my way and one scene the way you want to do it. And then most of the stuff that he did, John Carpenter was like, you know what, this is gold. I'm keeping it.
Yeah. So they're not romantic like Enzo likes them. Not romantic. They don't turn to fucking bats.
Also, the main crux of the book is not this whole MacGuffin of a black cross that can make them daywalkers and shit. It's more, and I get why they did that for a movie. In the book, it's more like them staying alive long enough to take out a few more vampires. You know what I mean? Like to kind of figure out the ones that set him up, the masters that set him up, like taking them down. There's not like a whole like, and just basically Jack Crone knows he's kind of run at the end of his rope, and he wants to get Felix involved. And what I love about it, and I could see why they couldn't have put him in the movie. It'd be really difficult to do. Felix is a very anti-hero type character that you would not think like he's kind of a pussy. He doesn't like to get involved. He's done his killing and he just wants to run a bar and just chill out, spend his millions and stuff like that. Like he doesn't want to get involved in this shit. And they kind of coerce him and kind of trap him into it.
She's getting her visions. She's sensing him.
You'll see my face. You'll see my face flash red whenever that happens again.
Cheryl Lee can do so much with like emote with her face and like she's a great actress.
Yeah. So it's some good improvising, and he's sleeping on the couch with a gun.
He hates sleeping without his sleep apnea machine too. It's awful. He snores so loud the whole floor can hear him. Just kidding.
Been there. Smoking a cigarette back in the 90s.
Yeah, wake up, fat alcoholic. Wake up. First thing you do is have a cigarette. You're got a death wish, dog. Come on, man. Like I like to drink and smoke, but I can like wait a while, and I don't smoke cigarettes, and I drink pretty, moderately.
Oh, Meg's in the chat.
Meg. Does anyone sleep without a gun? Meg sleeps with 2 machetes and 2 guns right next to her, both sides of her bed.
I mean, in this situation, I can't blame them though. You're fucking vampire hunters, like.
Yeah, Meg called me, and I was in the middle of the stream, and I just sent her the link. I was like, I'm doing this right now.
Yeah.
Megalodon.
John Carpenter's Vampires, obviously Meg.
Megalodon.
Yeah. So yeah, of course he calls it a virus. Virus, yeah, that's what it's a friggin' virus. So
yeah, they kind of walk the line both in the movie and in the book of whether or not it's science, and there's actually a line in the book which I really like. And I know, honey, we know it's not a joke. We know, babe. We know.
I say the truth.
Yeah, we know. No one here doubted that, Meg. But there's a line in the where they like wind up recruiting one of the local sheriff's deputies to help them out when they go on their next job, when they have like the survivor crew, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
And they're looking at like this screen monitor where like they can see the vampires are moving around, but they can't actually see them. And the sheriff's deputy's like, this doesn't even make any sense. Why can't we see their clothes? Like, why can't like he's trying to like rationalize what he's seeing, and the priest is like, listen, it's supernatural. It's not, we use science for what we can use science for, but at the end of the day, it's just supernatural.
Yeah, so he's basically telling the fact that it's like you're tied to this guy until we kill him. Like there's no cure. We can't help you. Just fucking, you're gonna become a vampire. You're tied to this guy. The only way to save you is by killing the son of a bitch. So,
well, when we have no use for you, we'll cut your head off too.
Pretty much. So you do a cigarette now while you can.
I get dressed now.
I mean, for you didn't, but still.
Sure.
It's like I haven't seen you naked. That's what the West would say.
Look, it's not like
I love the fact that our 2 main protagonists are total dickheads. They're total toxic
masculinity.
Pieces of shit. I love it.
It's not like I haven't seen you naked, lady.
Nice try.
Leave the door open. Oh yeah. I mean, come on, you can't blame him.
Just leave it a little bit open so I can.
Lady, you can't trust you. You're tied to the fucking master vampire. What do you expect? Plus, yeah, it's like you're a stripper. Come on, it's not like it's don't make it weird.
It's like I don't trust regular horrors in my bathroom without leaving the door open.
Yeah, especially not vampire horrors.
Sure, I love Enzo's fucking his whole face glows red every time we see a flashback to the hair. Yes.
I'm in a dark room with a giant like big screen above my laptop
Love
right
it.
here.
Love it.
Oh, there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you got it.
You see?
Oh, damn.
Let's see if we'll see some more. It'll be like I'm getting attacked by the vampire.
No.
I don't think a vampire would. I feel like Enzo would not get attacked by the vampire. I feel like the vampire would be like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good."
Yeah. My
Why does
blood
this
is too
taste like
garlicky.
ragu? Why does this taste like ragu?
I eat garlic and onions. Every fucking thing I make starts with like garlic and onions and olive oil. Mexican food, Italian food, Asian food.
Why are vampire whores a sore spot for Meg? I would explain this.
Oh yeah, she's got a crush on Lori Palmer.
Don't we
Does
all?
she?
Say.
Yeah, don't we all? Just get in line, Meg.
Meg's got a thing for goth girls and goth milfs also, to be more precise.
Ugh.
Meg used to work at a tattoo parlor shop. You know,
Oh,
she was
look.
hardcore.
She ran away. What a shock.
Shaka.
Yeah.
Can't trust women. Surprise. Just kidding.
Especially
Can't trust
not
whores.
hooker vampire women.
Oh, my artery. I'm bleeding everywhere. Oh,
Boom.
shit. Ow.
She's pretty strong. Give her credit, you know? She can, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
she bit him. Son of a bitch.
Bit
Damn.
by the vampire whore. Now he's got STDs and he's got fucking vampire juice in him.
No, because there was no penetration.
I love his reaction here. I love his reaction here. Oh, please show this. Please show this. Please show it.
Show him beat up the whore, Chris. Show him slap the whore around.
Yeah,
I love it.
Try that in 2023.
It's like you cut your arm,
Yeah.
but I guess she sucked on his wound,
I mean, I guess.
and now he's holding a
Would that-
Zippo lighter.
Would that do anything, Wes? Or-
This is acting. This is
In the
this is
book-
a guy
well,
doing
in
this
the
for real.
book- Yeah, in the book it wouldn't. Whether or not this now, it's really hard to say because I don't know if they're trying to make it. I mean, obviously, if you're in a movie, you want to make it like a bite will end you, whatever. But
Yeah.
later on, I mean, I don't want to before we get to that part, but later on, he gets fed on some more. So is that what turns him, or like I don't know. I don't know if he's. I really don't know.
Do you think they rubbed his arm with like flame retardant gel under the blood and?
Or maybe that was just him.
Yeah.
It's badass.
Because they can do that, That'd be funny if he actually did just burn himself. It's like, we've got like goo we could put on. You won't feel the thing.
I don't need it.
He was like, "I'm a Baldwin. I can handle it."
I can't act by that well. I need to actually really feel the pain to emote. I'm not that good. I can't.
See what happened to your goddamn arm? He said, "What's this bruise on her jaw?" That's my fist.
Oh, also all the bathroom windows shattered, and I got sliced in the elbow pretty good, and yeah, bunch of shit.
It's definitely not a bite mark on my arm.
I like how all he notices is a little bruise on her. He's like, "Why is the fucking bathroom destroyed? Like, what happened here?" You know me and the shitters. Got bad luck in there.
Why'd you slug her?
That's right, Montoya. You sure do. This wouldn't be the first bathroom you wrecked.
I cut my arm in a broken glass. She definitely didn't bite me. No.
Let's cut your arm off just to be safe.
Yeah.
Montoya.
We have to rebuild its hand.
Look.
Paul team was slaughtered.
That's right. Who is she?
She's bait.
Some hooker.
I mean,
yeah. That's how I introduced my second wife. They're like, "Wes, who is this?" I was like, "This is some hooker."
Damn, he said, "Fuck you, Padre." Oh, I wouldn't do that. He's about to call it the Cardinal.
Mama don't like tattletale.
I'm telling on you, Mr. Crow.
Just be slugging people in this movie.
I mean, who hasn't wanted to whap a priest in the face with a phone?
They don't make those phones like they used to, where you can just use them as weapons.
Yeah.
See how many movies? I want to have like a supercut of all the scenes in all the great movies where someone's getting beat up with like one of those phones, or the guy is beating up the phone booth with one of those phones. That happens all the time.
The funny part when I was in jail, this one guy was taking he's taking turns at the phone booth. They got into a fight.
Ah!
He wrapped the cord around his neck, and the guy shit himself.
Sorry, I got all red again.
Oh,
Well, you know what? I don't want to give too much away, but I do like, even though I realize it's a movie trope, having
damn!
the
Look at that.
Black Crow, the Black Crow, the Black Crow. That's funny. The Black Cross MacGuffin, having that in a film as opposed to like the book. I'm definitely making a. Why do we have to? What did we drink for?
I did mention Prison House. I seen a guy
did you?
shit himself in
Shit,
prison.
I didn't put it. Yeah, fuck.
Okay.
We drank already for prison earlier, obviously, Meg. You missed it.
Well, I'm 5 beers in, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get slapped with red again? I
Look
feel
at
like
that
it's gonna
face she's
happen.
making. God.
Oh yeah, big time.
I feel like I'm gonna get slapped with a big red flash frame any second now.
Wish a female look at me like that. Shut.
I
No,
mean,
you
yeah,
don't.
if I could find a chick that looks at me like this, I'm marrying that bitch.
Yeah, but she's trying to kill you with that look. What are you talking about?
That's.
That's
Oh, you want a girl to
that's
look?
why.
Please.
I'll
Yeah.
take it. You cut the Padres head off.
Oh, God. Priest? Priest? What priest?
Oh yeah.
They do manage to get even though they differ so much from the story material, they do manage to get the whole, like we had a team, we had a set thing that we're doing, and now like we just put this group together and we're improvising.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the sequel they made to this, which was sort of creative actually, they started off that way as opposed to, you know what I mean? Like, I like the fact that they had like a whole set system, and it got disrupted, and it was all fucked up, and Jack Crow just basically flies by the seat of his pants with it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like how Jack notices Montoya. Something's different with you.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy? So something you want to tell me?
You sure are sweating a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I just found out my brother's doing a movie where he's firing a real weapon. Oh, I can see how that could be a problem.
Ew.
Yeah, and they do this in the book a little bit too. They have Jack Crow has like fake credentials where he can just like come into situations. Yeah, I'm an investigator. Whoop-de whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah. It's like Supernatural.
Kinda.
They always had fake
well,
IDs
not as ridiculous, but
yeah.
What about the old?
Father Molina. Oh no. So yeah, the other father's doing his prayers. Jeez. So he's doing the prayer.
The sign of the cross.
Oh yeah.
The Holy Trinity.
Damn, that dude's covered in sweat. Jesus.
In nombre del Padre, del Santo, y del Holy Cristo. Spiritu
I like how
Sancti.
this is all old hat to Jack. Jesus, like, well, yeah, I've seen it.
Hey, what are you gonna do? Heads be rolling, motherfucker. I got shit to do.
Jack's like, hey, to be fair, I just chopped off a bunch of heads a couple days ago, and they're all my best friends.
You've seen one old guy with his head chopped
like
off.
his
You've
best
seen
line?
them all.
Say his best lines in his car.
Yeah, he does. Again, this is more just James Woods fucking riffing.
No. Huh.
Yeah. As opposed to now in the book, Father Adam, he goes right in, like he's all in with Jack. Like he doesn't keep secrets. He tells him, he's like, he's even the one that comes up with the idea for the silver bullets. He's like, yeah, we haven't been telling you this, but if you use Catholic blessed silver, we will, it'll actually slow them down and work.
Yeah.
But we really couldn't afford it, blah, 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 this and that.
Yeah.
And he's like, but this is where we could get some. And
that's really cool. The way he just like
this is a great scene.
Yeah.
This is really, I remember having this on a loop on my VCR,
Yeah.
and some people like walked into my house. We were gonna have a house party, and people walked to my house. They were like, "What the fuck is going on in your TV,
You
Wes?"
sick bastard.
This is California, though. This is the Mojave Desert. Pretty sure the ground is a lot like. Is the ground that soft out there? Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it is.
Damn.
Out in Texas, we got like dig like 2 feet and it's just like rock.
I mean,
Yeah.
in California, the dirt is soft, just like the people. So
Yikes! Nice, nice.
Quote him on
Nice.
oh yeah. We're
I
on
like that.
strike, you pussies. Okay.
that. Stay on strike forever.
Nice.
Oh god, hang on, West too much.
Yeah, I'm having an effect on you. We're definitely spending too much time together. I am having an effect on you.
But weird, good shot though.
Yeah,
Look at that, man.
good luck trying to keep your composure on the next fucking Critical Drinkers open bar. You're gonna be all full of toxicity.
I'm not gonna get invited back after you.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we heard you've been doing so many shit with Enzo and Lord of Toxicity. Fuck that noise. No, thank you."
Yeah. Well, whatever, man. If you need a funny ass idiot, I'll come on your show and spice things up.
Especially Italian. Yeah.
Finding my niche.
Niche.
It's funny because I went to that Lonesome Dove stream yesterday, and I was like the most over prepared. I was like, oh,
cheap plug.
yeah, no, it's funny because like
definitely
Narwhal had
Yeah.
I had spent a
Like,
weekend.
Hey,
No, listen,
I know
listen.
we're sitting here doing a vampires thing. Hey, but just I just as an aside, I've been
This is
doing
why
my
it's
Lonesome
funny.
Dove. Been doing my
I
Lonesome Dove
busted
thing.
ass like watching the whole thing and reading all these cliff notes and like reading into stuff and then I get
Yeah.
on the stream and it's like Narwhal had barely like kind of recently seen it for the first time.
Yeah.
And this other guy who hadn't seen it or read the book, and he was just kind of
Yeah.
there. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like the guy knowing everything here. Oh, damn. All right.
Fucking Jack is putting
Back in the 80s, they used to play the fuck out of Lonesome Dove on cable all the
Yeah,
time.
he got a huge,
He's pretty
huge
badass.
television
Yeah.
shares. Poor
put
guy.
a damn towel in his mouth and cut his hand. Gee, Jack is not playing.
Yeah, Jack Road do not fuck around. He don't fuck around.
My father kept the secret once. But by a vampire. Yeah. Until he killed my mom. Damn.
Yeah, I like to tell people stuff about my dad.
Dude, good
when I
acting,
wanna
man.
scare him. Yeah.
Good acting by James Woods.
I got no trouble killing you.
Whew, that's cold. Shit.
I always tell people, like, I remember my dad's final words. It was like, "Don't, Wes. That gun is loaded."
So yeah. So-called Valk's looking for an ancient relic, and the Padre knows. We keep the secret, son.
Mm. It's cool. They're like backlit back there. Like they got a car running with the brights on behind them. Those
Yeah.
vampires.
Forbidden form of
Huh. So these are the forbidden form of exorcism on Valak. Oh boy. Something went wrong, you think?
I mean, why is it forbidden?
Exactly.
It
Let's
involves
meet-
having sex with an actual woman of age.
Let's
No,
mean
it's forbidden by the Catholic Church.
let's mean Dark Hour. The Mummy stream talked about they kill Imhotep by doing this forbidden ritual. Like, what's forbidden? Why do it? Like,
the body is destroyed, but the possessed soul remains.
damn.
I think you're now somehow you're a half a second ahead of me for some reason.
Yeah.
That's all right.
He's a vampire.
Damn, they are just wrecking this monastery.
Yeah.
She's like, "Fuck y'all cross,
Yep.
fool."
They are just. They're going to fucking town. Boy. All the priests are dead.
All the priests are dead. All the
Jesus.
priests are dead. And the kids are safe. And the kids are safe.
I'm just like, why do all these preachers don't have like submachine guns and shit ready for this?
You would think this thing would be a little bit better protected. Yes.
Yeah, it's a cross. It's the cross. There he is. The Black Cross stories are true. Damn. So this cross has been there the entire time.
To the new world.
Huh.
I think the whole thing was they kept moving it around.
Exact location was kept.
Yep, even from the Vatican, you said. Shit. God damn it. Joseph Molina. Curse you, Father Molina. Yes. He's looking at that cross.
Yeah, he looks at that cross the way I look at some fucking hot chicks with big tits.
That's how I look at Enzo. Shit.
Yeah.
What?
Is that a hard lemonade? Megan asked. Yes, I was making fun of him for drinking. He's
No,
like, I gotta go on a diet.
It's zero sugar, okay?
Zero sugar. That doesn't make it better. That makes it worse. That makes it
Yeah, I
gayer. You understand?
Yeah,
Like,
I can't ride with you on that, blue collar. I mean, come on, man.
here's
What are
the
you,
thing:
a
if you're
fucking-
trying to lose weight,
what are you, a
just cut out
20 something
drinks.
fucking college freshman or something? Jesus Christ, man.
I think if you're, unless you're like got seriously bad eating habits, I think you just cut out all sodas and ice creams and desserts and beer. And
It's funny you say that.
Drop a bunch
It's funny you say
I'm
that.
the
'cause
fattest one
I-
here. Oh,
I cater a banquet dinner every Thursday at the American Legion,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Are you gonna eat some of this?" And I had made a pumpkin pie, and I was like, "Nah." I was like, I had made a decision. I had to cut out sweets or keep drinking alcohol. So I'm just gonna
right.
keep drinking
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah, exactly.
Someone
Like,
give me
you
a
wanna-
Zima.
yeah.
God bless you, Meg.
You know-
no one believes you're old enough to have drank a Zima, Meg. No one believes that.
I never liked the Zimas. I don't think I ever had one, but I did
I
like
did
all
like
the
'em.
branding.
I liked
I like the
I liked
branding
'em.
for Zima. The commercials look slick. The advertisement print ads, they look cool.
look at
They had
this.
like real deep, rich
Man,
blues
these
and like
wide-
grayscale.
Listen, back to movie shit.
Sorry.
These
Stop
wide
talking about
shots.
Zima.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
Also-
we could talk more about it. These wide shots are fucking great,
Yeah,
man.
they have
Look
to
at this
fucking-
shit. These
This
are
is-
this
Give
is
me
some-
Way of the Gun vibes. Remember that
God-
movie?
that
yes. Fucking
god-
Way of the Gun. That
that
is one of
goddamn
my
honest.
favorite movies of all time.
Hey, shut
God, I
that
love
bitch
that
up or
movie.
I'll shut that cud's face up or I'll fuck start her head. What does he say?
It was here.
That's exactly what he says.
I'm just like, why does Jack have a gun so small for? Come on.
That's not
It's
a
just because
small
James
gun,
Wood
man.
has a gigantic head. You're mistaken. You understand? He has a very long. His head looks like Jimmy Neutron's dad.
That's one of the best. That unfortunately that gun is no longer in development, but that's a great weapon. That's a Jericho 9mm.
Jericho.
Yeah.
Blood, what do you think? I said she
Uh-oh.
I heard what you said.
Damn.
I do like look at her. She looks like she's turning into a vampire.
Yeah.
I just no prosthetics, no CGI. She just fucking looks like she looks like a vampire chick. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's those eyes. Vampires have to have pale
Oh,
eyes
shit.
or glowing eyes or sometimes dark eyes. I like
Well,
it when they're solid black, but
I love the 90s punch with the sound effect. where
oh
just
yeah,
hit
you know
him
what that
just-
sound
Yeah.
usually is? That sound is usually like a guy with a broomstick hitting like a fucking whole bunch of celery. Like that's what that
Yeah.
noise is.
Yeah.
That's why Fight Club had got the Oscar for best sound because it was the first time where the punches sounded real. Like they literally just punched steaks and like big pork roasts with their fists.
Yeah.
And those were like all the flat packing sound, you know? That's what a real
Yeah.
punch sounds like.
So, is it 600 years of Alex? This one's been in daylight.
Now with the Berzier cross, he will.
Will.
A master.
Yeah, unstoppable. Yeah.
So he's like
goddamn right.
Blade.
Yeah.
All of our strengths and none of our weaknesses.
You know, I remember reading that
Oh.
that was a really cheesy line, but I still
Oh,
think it's a pretty good
100%.
line.
It's funny, Mick. Like, how many times was James Woods on Family Guy? And boy, they won't have him on anymore. What changed?
Read it out
Oh.
loud so everyone knows what you're talking about.
It's your
No, I'm just
girlfriend.
Oh yeah, Meg says, "Do you guys think James Woods would have more acting gigs if he didn't broadcast opinions that are unapproved by Hollywood? He was so good and then disappeared." Absolutely, yeah, like
100%. I
Chris
agree.
said. I
What's
mean,
it? Family Guy had James Woods high. They had James Wood. They changed, and all of a sudden everything's changed now. Even in Family Guy, I'm like, why? What changed?
although to play devil's advocate,
Yeah.
let's say I was just like an aged out actor. I could just start broadcasting like crazy right-wing opinions and just saying like I'm not getting work because of this and that, and I could just really just be like I'm not getting work because I don't really want to get work. You know, it could be both. Maybe it's both. Maybe
Yeah.
James Woods doesn't want to work in Hollywood.
Well,
You know.
Critical Drinker said how many times like Henry Cavill. Why are they constantly fucking up Henry Cavill? And the guy's not even a fucking
Dude.
political person. He just doesn't. He doesn't play ball.
When do you think James Woods is going to be on Critical Drinker stream? That might actually happen. If you had
Hey.
asked
That
me
would
that
be
like
pretty-
6 months ago, I
that
would be
would
like,
be
no.
pretty-
You know what? Hey,
That would be
But
really dope.
yeah,
That
after
would
the
be dope
Pope's
as fuck.
Exorcist, I'm like, I don't know,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It might happen. Shit, who knows?
which why I said I love the Drinker because he's fair. Because I'm the same way. I went to go see Pope's Exorcist. I wasn't a fan. Drinker wasn't a fan, but he kept his. He didn't kiss ass for the movie just because Russell Crowe was on the stream. He's like he didn't recommend it. So
No, of course.
gotta respect that, man.
If I was like a fucking, an actual movie reviewer, like the guy who like meets like, the actor in the little black void, hello, James Woods. I'm here to ask you some questions about your movie. My name is Stupenzo from Dorkside News. It's like, hello, nice to meet you, Stupenzo. It's like, great, I've got some questions, and they always ask the softball bullshit questions,
Yeah. I think so.
I'd be like, why is this movie terrible, James Woods? Or like, not specifically about this movie, but that's what I'd be asking. Like, current
Do
actors.
you guys
current
remember
movies.
when like Howard Stern, he would never do the softball questions?
Oh
Like
my
he would always
God.
do like the crazy, like he would ask
Boy.
him crazy shit when he would have him on there. And there was only like a couple females that would like be able to keep up with him back in the
Yeah.
day when he would like really be hardcore and shit. Like you know who was actually really good on his show was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
And Pam Anderson. Pam Anderson would get on there and just embarrass the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
She would be like, "Oh yeah," she had like some stupid fucking spy show, and she'd be like on there, and he'd be asking her those sex questions, and she'd be like, "Yeah, Tori only dates black guys because she likes black cock." And they'd be like, "Pam, shut up! Like, why are you saying that?"
Listen,
And then like Sarah Michelle Gellar would get on there and be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do this movie called Cruel Intentions. I'm making out with a chick. It's totally odd.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I do at my show. It's like you feel everyone feels comfortable, and we can talk about whatever, talk about crazy shit. And I had a person,
And
hit me
that's
up.
why you're not monetized.
oh yeah, but I also had a person like hit me up recently who was on like with a show like previous year, back when I would do it sporadically. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you're still doing that. Is my episode still up?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
She's like, "I forgot all the shit I talked about, like about my ex and shit." And I was like opening up about like personal shit. I was like, I can private that video if you want. Unlist it.
I like to the fact that they're like, you know what, we have fucking 2 Slayers. He goes, well, 3 Slayers, not just 2. Padres and a Slayer, but we're up against the fucking deadliest master ever. We only got 2 guys to fight him. Boy,
Why has no one ever called this shit the Slayer layer? Like, why don't we ever have a Slayer layer? Has anyone ever heard of that?
You know, they run into a similar problem in the book, but because they have Felix, and because after they get him to stop being a pussy, and he actually starts like using the guns they give him and shit, it actually like evens the playing field because like they don't do it in this movie so much. I mean, a little bit when the Valak was chasing down the truck, but they do a thing where like the vampires move like faster than you can almost see. But but Felix can move and he can shoot faster than you can see. Like he's one of those guys that you see like you ever
speed
see
loaders.
Like, right, the guys that like can move their hands so fast
They can like
the camera
fire like
can't
full
track 'em.
auto with their
Right, like
just-
that's how he moves his hands. So that's how they're able to catch up with the masters and stuff like that. Unfortunately, they're also clever. So they also, and I'm not going to ruin the book for you, Enzo, but they also like set certain traps for the team.
Sweet. Well, everyone's seen that video of those guys who do like that fastest shooter in the rest, where he'll like
and that's where John
two
Steakley,
targets at once. You know.
Yeah, that's where John Steakley got the idea. I've worked with guys in the military that could do shit.
My dad was that. My dad literally was like, he'd get dressed up and go to Tombstone and do black powder shooting contests.
No, they're going in. They're trying.
They named the shooting range in Tombstone after him, by the way, Harry Luck Range or something like that.
Nice,
which was his nickname. Yeah. So,
well, unfortunately, just these three poor bastards against a master vampire and some goons. Like,
Visitor's Gate. May all be damned who shall enter this unholy place.
Shit.
Oh yeah, of course, everyone's underground in a big freight elevator, motherfucker.
I agree with you, Meg. Unfortunately, I don't believe that a woman could ever fire a single shot revolver, but
single action revolvers are great for they will fire no matter what. They'll never jam. You can get them wet. You do all kinds of crazy shit with them. I mean, they're just durable. That's why these 1800 revolvers from the Wild West still work. You know, you have like old and antique guns that are still being used.
Well, if you read the book, they basically describe John Wick's shooting style in the book. Like the guy Felix, he actually shoots and reloads the way like you watch John Wick, the way he flicks away the empty mag and he reloads, and they actually talk about him like they're like he's so fast.
Vampires, they're hungry.
They can't even see him.
So much natural light in this joint. It's very nice.
And I like this. I like how they're improvising.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like Christ, dude. It's like a rodeo almost. Again, back with the Western vibe, you know. It's got this like we're like breaking a wild stallion, or we're roping up a cattle, you know. It's like it's got this like hoedown vibe.
Yeah, but I like how Father Adam is down. Like, look at him. He's giving him the whole prison shank shit going on. He's like, yeah.
I promise if I ever kill someone, I won't make a noise like that.
Montoya, even Montoya is infected, but he's still he's still down.
So do you think Homegirl is sad, or she's feeling like, is she freaked out, or do you think she's feeling like my brethren,
I don't know. I don't know what to think here, but man,
look at that.
She sure can act her ass off, and
it's like she's feeling the pain.
That cleavage
is doing.
Yeah, her cleavage is doing something for me.
Yeah, it's like you said. It's like, I guess maybe that's why she's not as famous as Katie Holmes, because she's just older. I didn't realize that she was from that long ago, from the 80s. She still looks great.
Yeah, they have a the reason why I like the book so much is like every move that the team makes to trick the vampires come up with a counter move to defeat their move. So like,
I mean,
act her ass off equals show her ass off. That's what.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, you know what? When someone is willing to bear all, to show all for the role, for the character, that is what I call good acting. If you're willing to go full frontal, you're already a better actor than most people. You know, because most people won't get naked for a fucking movie. I wouldn't get full frontal naked for a movie. I don't think. You have to pay me.
I mean, I think
if you're willing, you're willing to exhibit yourself like that, you know.
By the way, says he said, "Let her up and shave your ass." Like, great lines.
Shave your ass. How do you know about my hairy ass? Who told you?
She's freaking out. Look at the way she's shaking. God damn.
You seen Valak?
What?
Anything?
See, unfortunately, their budget got clipped by $20 million. So like this scene, what we're supposed to be seeing here, we were supposed to be seeing like trace outlines of the vampires moving around on the monitors.
Yeah.
Which is very much like the book, and they were gonna go, like, hey, how come the monitors can't capture them?
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is like this movie was like the one that convinced John Carpenter to keep directing a few more movies. He was about to retire because he had a bunch of bombs What was the most recent one? Escape from New York was terrible, and
Escape from
I
LA
don't know. Yeah, that's what
Escape
I meant.
from
to say.
LA.
And
in '96. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
This movie was like, you know what? Making movies can still be fun.
Come on, it's all fun to freaking surf on a damn down a riverbed. Like,
Yeah. Play basketball, play one-on-one basketball for your life. Who hasn't done that? I mean, you're from New York, Chris. You probably know all about that.
oh yeah, lots of basketball around here.
Dude,
You're gonna be
basketball
like
pirates.
redoing that movie here in the next couple months, aren't you, Chris? You're gonna head out here this way. I got a room for you here at my office building. You can come stay
Came from
down
New
here.
York.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom, I got contingency
If
plans.
hey Chris, if I gotta come get you, you better have some fucking money squirreled away. I don't work free.
I do got
And I
some
don't
put
work
away.
cheap.
Your best contingency plan would be stop being physically dependent on alcohol, because once we stop being able to buy
Oh, well,
anymore,
I mean,
you're gonna be
shit.
fucked.
I'll get some grapes and stuff, and
Yeah, me and Chris can make some shit. We will make some toilet
we
wine.
find some food, and you're like, I'm gonna turn it into wine.
that's another thing.
Like,
that's another thing.
you
Another
spaghettios,
skill
Chris.
another skill that me and Wes learned in prison. Like,
It's like if we let it get
Drink.
if we let it get rotten and we eat it, maybe it'll fuck us up too.
look at that.
Shit. It's like how my mom says shit. Shit.
That's gotta suck. Imagine that you're literally vampire bait.
Hey, I mean, what else have you been doing here, Father? Nothing.
That's true.
You've been diddling kids, and then you showed up here and you've been whining the whole time. So yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Bait.
I feel like
kidding.
at this third act, Father Adam he becomes quite the fucking Chad.
Every character redeems themselves in this movie.
He gets a much better third act in the movie than he does in the book.
I mean, some more than others, but
You're all vampire bait.
oh yeah.
Well,
yes, we are, Meg. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, they're taking some bits.
Megan
down.
has like a love-hate relationship with vampires.
Yeah. Ooh, got him.
Oh. No.
No.
I need my arrow back.
When you realize how like they're totally half-ass improvising this shit, it's really funny. And it's funny too because in the book they do the same thing. They're like half-ass improvising near the end because they no longer have a team. They have like just like 3 or 4 individuals that are, you know, good at this, good at that, blah blah blah.
Look at Enzo. All that red light.
Yeah.
Look at Cheryl Lee. How could you not be turned on by Cheryl Lee?
I mean,
scenes,
she looks like she's having heroin withdrawals. That's how you could probably.
I'm not
not turn on with her in this specific instance.
She looks good. She looks good.
She looks good having heroin withdrawals. I won't lie.
Shit. Thank God I'm not wearing pants.
Are any of us wearing pants? Do any of us wear pants on these streams?
I
never do.
Yeah, I do wear. I have shorts.
Or shorts. Thank you. I was working. I always wear either gym shorts or when I go out, I'm wearing fancy shorts with a zipper. I only wear pants when it's cold.
Yeah. So like you said, they're running out of time, and there's only so much freaking daylight left. You know, they gotta hurry the fuck up.
Oh yeah. I've said this before. Fighting a vampire at night is like fighting a fucking crocodile in the water, a shark in the water.
Yeah.
Bring that motherfucker out of the water, fight him on dry land, fight the vampire in the daytime. That's your only chance.
In the book, they figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
Now, in this book, like the vampires are like weaker during the day, and they're obviously not sleeping all day. They're obviously active during the day.
Montoya's easily an into where he's got a friggin' put half a clip into that bitch.
Like, what do you guys think about the idea that, like, during the day, like, the vampire's undead? So what does that mean? So, like, during the day, the vampire is basically a corpse. It's, like, inert. But then at night, like, the corpse, it's not like he's going to sleep during the day. It's at night, the corpse, like, is awakened. The corpse becomes, like, alive. You know?
Interesting.
It's more phantom-like.
Right here. This is straight out of the book right here.
Yeah. They're just like, she's fighting it, too. He's like, she's strong. She's holding it. It's that bite.
Yeah. Well, she's a master. She's a master vampire.
Biting her ankles. Oh, yeah. It's a whole gang of masters. That's right.
Shit!
She broke. Uh-oh.
Told me they could do that.
I
Now,
know they can
in
do
the
that.
in the book, this is where Felix really shines because he pulls out the 9mm and just starts unloading on
He
this
said,
bitch.
he said, you blood sucking fucking bitch.
So
Sounds like my-
basically, the major difference between the book and the movie is there's this magical Felix character who's basically James Woods in the movie is basically Jack Crow and Felix together, right?
Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, the closest though, I would say that the
Montoya.
yeah, well, Montoya he dies. They
Damn.
swapped
Right.
Montoya with Caitlin or Catelyn.
Okay.
Jesus.
But other than that, yeah, Felix is basically like John Wick with a bad drinking habit, and he doesn't want to shoot. Like he doesn't like he's
Right.
like Jack Crow. They basically
the most reluctant to join the team, you know.
Right, and they kind of
But the one they kind of need the most.
They definitely need him the most, and they trick him into doing it.
Shit.
Because they basically like show up at his bar to recruit him, and they know that the vampires are looking for them, so they basically bring the vampires to Felix's bar, and then the vampires wipe out Felix's bar, and then
Like
Felix gets pissed off.
Montoya's like, Jack, rule number 10, you can't kill Master at night.
Yeah, well, and they figure that out in the book too. Like they figure out a way to trick but I'm not gonna do that because but it's basically what you think it could be.
Yeah, but it's like as Enzo said.
I'll wait. I really wish you had read the book before we watched this, Enzo.
I mean, yeah, what? I mean, I'm sorry. I can't read a book in a week or a day.
I sent it to you a month ago, but I mean, it's whatever.
I promise we will have this. I'll have this book read by well into by Halloween, by October, you know.
Fair enough.
It's
shit.
Enough.
Jack's getting his ass whooped right now.
Sorry, I'm like so used to like I'm just hoping the audience is watching this movie along with us, because otherwise I'm just laughing at nothing.
Jack is getting fucked up.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another line from the novel where the master vampire calls him a crusader. He's like, "Oh, okay, crusader," you know.
And Jack passes out. So
Jack.
She bites him again, you bitch.
Oh,
God.
Total jugular shot.
Oh.
She got the vein. She got the vein.
So this is, he's like, he's into it now. He's like, yeah, go. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, suck me dry, baby.
Yeah. I'm going to nut my
after
pants.
you come and she keeps sucking, right?
Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there.
I don't give a fuck. She's still hot as fuck.
My God, you are Lord Toxic. You need a Madam Toxic. You need I guess she's in prison, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she's in prison.
Yeah. Cool.
God.
I can't wait to meet her. I swear to God. I'm not joking at all. Bring her on. We're gonna do a Miss Toxic.
She's only killed one person. So
Miss Toxic off parole stream. On parole stream. That's what I want to do. We'll have a big celebration whenever that happens.
Jack is pretty fucked up. Damn.
Who are my favorite special effects artists? Rick Baker, Rob Bottin, and Tom Savini. Those are like the three. The Holy Trinity.
Yeah, Greg Nicotero and the crew from whatever their name, their crew that does Walking Dead and whatnot. They're pretty good.
Motherfucker. The goddamn Cardinal. You son of a bitch.
Yes.
I do like this. This is where the movie definitely does better than the book. Because
it diverts.
Yeah, this reveal of the Cardinal having betrayed them. Because in the book, he stays on their side. And it's just
in the book, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know I skimmed like a little bit and you're telling me not to judge it, but it definitely paints the Catholic Church in like a all favorable, all knowing light. Like God is the one truth. You need Jesus Christ on your side to defeat the vampires.
Well,
without that, you will be lost. Like that seems to be an underlying theme, if not a major theme.
I mean,
but this idea that the Cardinal's like one of the bad guys. It's like, yes, that's way more on brand with the Catholic Church. Like
I do
mean,
like
come
that.
on.
Yeah, that's the movie definitely surpasses right here because basically just the vampires outsmart him. The vampires get in the book, they get a lot more backstory. Like they get a lot more, like you understand their motives and what they want to do and and why they are able to pull it off. Whereas here they're just like mindless creatures except for Valak. But yeah, I do like this reveal that he was figured out, like, because in the book it's more like the vampires just kind of figured him out, which I mean, to be honest, they would. I mean, given hundreds of years and like looking at slayers, they would be like, all right, well, these guys are hunting us, so let's figure out where they're coming from and let's look into them a little bit.
We'll silence you.
Come on. Untie me, you prick.
Yeah, this is all James Woods fucking ad lib shit.
Yeah. So the Cardinal's like, he says he doesn't believe in God. He's unsure about the afterlife, so he wants eternal life. And I don't believe in miracles, so to say. But well, Cardinal, if you believe in eternal life and shit, then don't you believe in God in the afterlife? You fucking idiot! Like,
I mean, yeah, it seems that's weird, but
yeah, it's basically the Cardinal's
but you
turning
can
on
see-
Jack.
Yeah, I mean,
because he wants to live forever. He's getting old. He wants eternal life because he doesn't believe in heaven, even though he's a Cardinal.
I remember watching this scene with somebody else, and they were like, "Why? What is the point of what he just does here?" I'm like, "Well, when you fire a weapon, especially when you fire it on full automatic, the barrel becomes searing hot like a fucking pan that you had over a stove."
Yeah.
So if you were gonna buy yourself some time with an infection,
get ready for it.
This would work.
Yeah. Also,
clip
Panic Room.
Yep. Then right there. Oh, boy.
That's the thing is, like, I don't think people realize, like, like you said, it's like a pan on the stove. It gets fucking hot, the gun, especially when you unload a shitload of rounds.
You can only fire a weapon on automatic for so long.
Also, like suppressors, the tip of a suppressor gets really hot really fast, right? Am I mistaken?
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, buddy.
Like the tip of a suppressor, like a barrel like that, gets hotter
No,
than normal.
there's no Philip Seymour Hoffman in this movie. Yeah. So
no.
Where's the? Who did
I saw this a long time ago. I remember liking. Was Philip Seymour Hoffman in a vampire movie? Maybe you're thinking of Daniel Baldwin. Daniel Baldwin does have a very
Daniel Baldwin kind of sort of resembles Philip Seymour Hoffman a little bit. I mean, they're both
in this movie.
Yeah, they're both fat, but still kind of good looking.
They've got this this like meaty face.
Yeah, they have meaty faces. Like
Coke bloat.
But yeah, thanks for joining us, Sun.
So
Ben.
the Cardinal. So
Sunbell. Hey, Sunbeam.
So the Cardinal saying
like a sunbeam.
You need the blood of a crusader in a crucifixion. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
I like that.
Yeah. So they're basically going to do to Jack what they did to Valak.
Yes.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, Sunbeam. Sunbeam. All my family lives in Australia. All my Italian relatives. So say hello to them.
Fat baby.
But yeah, thanks for joining us, man. No Philip Seymour Hoffman, unfortunately, but definitely some awesome Daniel Baldwin, one of the lower tier Baldwins. We've been talking about both the movie and the book. I feel like they rushed this ending, but when you know that they cut the budget by 20 million, then you kind of understand why. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's good. This is
So he cut Jack's leg open. He's like, mother.
Yeah, I just looked it up, and the only thing that comes close to a vampire movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman is the zombie movie that I love, My Boyfriend's Back, where Philip Seymour Hoffman plays one of the bullies. That movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's giving Valak Jack's blood.
Oh, yeah, and I love his veins that he gets. That was also something they copied from Interview with the Vampire.
Look at Adam coming in fucking clutch, bro.
Yeah.
I love it.
So they're all waiting.
Oh, slow the frame rate.
Yeah. Oh.
Got the Cardinal.
Shoot the Cardinal of the Catholic
Shooting
Church.
the Cardinal. I love it. I love it.
Shotgun in the spine.
Damn. Turned into a pure Chad.
Yeah, Adam really. Yeah. Yeah, I'll kill myself. Yeah, fuck with him, Padre. Go for it.
Shut up, pal.
Dude, he put a shotgun to his own fucking face like this. Like, god damn, bro.
Yeah, you don't really need to hold it that far up. You could probably just like,
Yeah.
like, I guess he didn't want to like put anything in his mouth. Because
Yeah.
that's the real sure way to make sure you're going to do it. Put it in your mouth, point it at a 45-degree angle, back of your head. Make sure don't point it straight up. Otherwise, you'll just blow your nose and your eyeballs off and you'll survive.
Come on, Padre, my nuts are on fire here.
Fucking James Woods.
Was that an improv line, Wes? Probably, right?
I'm almost positive.
I'm hoping it was.
Wasn't in the book, basically.
Oh, it's not in the book at all. Spoiler
My
alert.
biscuits are burning.
Jack Crow does not live through the book.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's probably why
Nice.
there's no Felix, right? Because, like, yeah, that's how
Right.
he's like part Felix. Because
Yeah.
Felix is the hero.
Felix becomes the main character. Yeah.
So Jack Crow's like the leader, but Felix is the hero. Is that kind of how the book plays?
It's true.
It's hard to explain.
Well, I'll read it
gotta
and we'll
read
talk about it.
Gotta read
I
it, brother.
promise.
You gotta
get
read
Jack
it.
out of there. Go.
Meanwhile,
The sun is
later that
rising,
morning,
so, yeah.
dude, there's like a part where like you're killing all these vampires and the sun's coming up, and you're like telling that priest, like James Woods, like, man, I tell you what, I'm gonna want a really big breakfast this morning. I'm gonna want biscuits and gravy with eggs and fucking sausage links and
Look at that.
pancakes. I want it all. I'm fucking famished.
There's our buddy. Yeah,
He's
James.
alive.
Yeah,
It's
my
the
guy.
Northern English bastards jumped
see-
in the stream. How are you, lad?
Now, I like the idea that it doesn't matter if the vampire has clothes on or sunblock. It's not
yeah.
really like it's
Yes.
literally just being like awake in the sunlight.
Yes.
Now, it has nothing to
Yes.
do with like, yeah, your skin on
Yes.
light contact.
Yeah.
Right.
It's something about like, yeah,
Right, like in Alien Nation, where they could. It doesn't matter if they have shirt sleeves on, whatever. They put their hand in the water, and it's like battery acid to them.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Oh,
did
hey,
like-
Northern English Bastards here. Hey, what's up?
I do like
Yeah,
the
that's
singing
what I
blade,
said.
though.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. I was too busy watching
Someone to care.
Vampires on Fire.
Oh shit. You're
Toxic.
doing it fine. You toxic bastard.
Hey, you know what's funny is next week is going to be the Toxic Avenger with me and Farrell watched it, and we watched it like months
Oh,
ago.
shit.
Dang.
Look at this.
After 600 years, how's that dick working? Pretty good?
I love that.
Fucking
After
Jack.
600 years, how's that dick doing? Pretty good.
Oh, it feels good actually. Yeah, like I said, very cat-like. I like when the vampires are like hissing and howling, spitting.
I love that. Oh, you fucker, die. He's just like,
Yeah,
Wow.
I like that they make Jack such a savage.
God.
yeah.
Yes, I hate that. Yeah, I hate that trope too. Yeah, exactly. Like
Agreed.
the sun is the
agreed.
sun, and it's like the creatures are they're undead. They're not from the realm of the
They're
living.
creatures of the night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I'm trying to think of it maybe like they're more like a golem. Like I said, like you open the coffin and it's like a creepy looking dead body.
Oh,
Like
shit.
what the fuck?
Damn.
Oh shit. I knew I should have chose my shelter as some shanty shack. A wide open garage.
I love Jack.
Hell yeah.
Boom. He just exploded.
See, this is why I love vampires. Like they're extremely powerful, but they're also extremely vulnerable at the same time. I love it.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah.
Every time a fucking vampire, he's like, you ugly cocksucker, die.
Yeah.
Will
He's
you
a
please
fucking savage,
explode?
man. He's a savage.
Yeah, I mean the motorcycle helmets with Sunbeam saying like with Blade, like yeah, the thing about the motorcycle helmets, that's better than the sunblock. The
But-
sunblock is
well,
stupid.
Well, and Blade did it both, though. They did sunblock
Yeah, a
and
motorcycle helmet I could buy maybe, but like I said, I prefer it better when it doesn't matter. Like I like it better when like the sun's up and it's like the vampire like barely
Yeah,
stay awake.
it's like pick a lane. Like, are you?
Yeah.
Is it science or is it supernatural? Like, pick a lane. Like,
You're
you can't
telling
have
me it
it
wasn't
both
until
ways.
like the late 1990s that the vampires figured out they could wear sunblock and helmets and not be fine with sunlight.
Right.
They would have
Sunblock
figured that
came
shit out in the
60s.
1800s, man. Like
Yeah.
the 1600s. Yeah, they would have figured that out early
Yeah.
on. It's like layers.
Not that smart.
Yeah, exactly. Like you pick up the gun, you're like, well, who's buying breakfast? I'm starving.
Well,
I assume father's buying breakfast
Yeah.
because he's the the one with the bank account.
Now, by their own rules, the master is dead, so she should be turning back to a human.
Oh, you're
That
right.
was- that
no,
was the
because she
rules.
fed on him.
Oh, right. She became a real vampire.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So I'm tell you, look like shit.
So the goons. It's like the Stephen King vampire hierarchy. We make a perfect couple, Jack.
Back off. No.
He's a little to his friend, man. No
Don't
matter
make
what.
me come
He beat the shit out of you, Padre.
Yeah. No, there's no bullets in that Smith and Wesson.
Yeah. Yeah, I love seeing that in
Number one.
Padre. Please do not point a gun at the back of my head.
That's sad, though. Lost
Yeah.
his friend, man.
Figure two, you got plenty to do cleaning the rest of them out.
Sucks, man.
Yeah, I don't believe in supernatural science. It's either one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I always like it better. Yeah, when it's a curse from hell. It's a confirmation of like God.
Well,
and
they
the
have
devil.
they have a thing in the book where once they realize they can use silver bullets blessed by the church, then Jack is like, well, shit, we don't need it. Like at first he doesn't even want to use Felix because he knows Felix is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, why don't we just get an M16 or an Uzi? And they're like, no, it has to be shot from a handheld weapon. It has to be a pistol. It can't be, and like they have like certain rules, like supernatural type fucking rules that would not make a lot of science sense, but they work in this supernatural realm,
I mean, I like that. He gave him 2 days, man. He's like, wherever you go, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna hunt you down. I will kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of messed up because you think like Montoya just would have just let him. Like, dude, what's the point, man? Just end it, man. But
Yeah, I would not. I don't know, man. Would you guys want to go on, or I would just be like, yeah, you know what? Just go ahead and dust me out. No, I'd be fine
Yeah.
with it.
that's me because
Being
that
a
was
vampire, you mean?
that was the point of 30 days.
Yeah,
a
what's up?
Nightmare.
But like, I wouldn't even bother. Like,
Well, that's like-
I don't want to
Like
do that.
I like
Like
Jack
I would
Harden,
have
man.
no problem being a vampire, but if I was about to turn into a zombie, it's like, yeah, blow my head off. I don't want to be a zombie.
I mean, I don't want either one of those things.
I'll try
I
to
don't wanna-
become the first good vampire, guys. I could do it. I
Yeah,
promise.
I don't even want to be alive now, so it's kind of like hard for me
I
to
know,
be
yeah.
like. I don't fucking definitely don't want to live
I
forever.
love life.
You up for it?
I hate life.
Guess so.
Life rules.
Just the two of us.
Life sucks.
Sit around and watch movies with you two idiots. It's awesome.
Oh, I hopefully that's what I'm doing when my eventual cardiac arrest happens.
Yeah, you
He's
just go
like-
quiet and we just start seeing the blue flicker of your logo stop, and you're just like, Toxic, you there?
Toxic. What's got Toxic? Are you alive?
Well, I guess his internet's down. I guess we'll kick him from the stream. See if he's, we'll talk to him in a minute. I'll message him.
Eh.
He's a language, Padre language.
Major Chubby. That's a great last line of your vampire movie. I got a fucking hard dick from killing
Right
vampires.
here, we are at the end. Okay, so
Like
yeah,
I was
number One
suggesting,
Piece.
breakfast. Like, where do you want to go get some
All right.
pancakes?
So
Instead, he's
Yeah.
like, I got a chubby. I'm ready to fuck whores.
Yeah,
let's-
I definitely would not have been like, let's, I'd have been like, you know what? Let's just set this fucking town on fire, like, and then go
Yeah.
get breakfast.
Let's
definitely
make
not.
sure.
I'm definitely not in the mood to do. Frank Darabont, creator of The Walking
Yeah.
Dead, as
Nice.
Yeah.
Buick dude.
He's
Pretty cool, man.
I gotta specify he is the showrunner for the Walking Dead series who was fired after season 1, who wanted he wanted to be faithful to the comics, And as soon as he was fired, season 1, episode 10, or whatever the last episode was, it's like as soon as they fired him, they got rid of him, and it just diverts so hard. I've said before, like the show died with Dale. When Dale, the old guy with the RV, died, that was when the show really died, because honestly, like the book is so different.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
So,
how different is this book compared to this movie?
That's what I ask you.
Wes?
So, Wes, so as an adaptation, how do you like it as an adaptation?
Listen, you're going to always meet movie and book snobs, which will, like I remember Matrix coming out and someone going, oh, well, if you watch Japanese anime, they did this long time ago. But, I like things for what they are. I love this movie. I really do. Yeah. I love the book more. But it doesn't take anything away from my obsessive rewatch of this movie. And I love John Carpenter. I love James Woods in this film. It does not take away. Is the book better? It is. The book is better, but you know what? There's stuff that the movie gets right that the book gets wrong, and I've mentioned it in this stream. So I think you can enjoy both. I really do believe that. There's exceptions to that rule, like I love The Prestige, the movie, and the book is complete dog shit. Yeah. But I also enjoy Shawshank Redemption, and I also enjoy the book. And same for The Green Mile, and same for No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
But with this one, yes, there is a huge divergence between what the book does and what the movie does.
It's mostly related to this central character, Felix, right?
Felix, yes. It's really all about Felix. Now, if you can find yourself, I like the fact of, as we've talked about in many other streams, I like the fact of a near superhuman, but not superhuman individual taking on a superhuman pack. So like my I love Batman versus Superman for the fact that Batman uses his weapons and his intellect in order to take on a near god with Superman. So basically what you have in this book is sort of it's sort of boiled down to that. You have this character Felix, who is he's just a man. He's nothing else. He's just a man. Worse yet, he was a fucking cartel enforcer for the Salindo cartel, running dope and shit. So he was a bad guy. But he finds redemption in coming in and like working for the Catholic Church and working for this rogue element that's trying to stop these vampires. Using the one skill that he knows how to do that he kind of doesn't want to do. Like he was like, I've killed all the people I want to kill. I'm done. I'm going to run my bar and just chill, and I can get behind that. That it's really realistic. And then you have like this almost comic book type character of Jack Crow coming in and going, "Hey Felix, I need your fucking help." And if you read the book, he's like, "Nah, I don't want to." He does what we would probably do. He's like, no, that doesn't sound like a fun plan to me. Like, I don't want to get involved in this shit. But they kind of trick him and force him into it. And then when he kind of steps up, he still doesn't become like a hero himself. He does it his own way. And I really, really like that. It's a great book. I don't know if the family of John Steakley will give me the rights to continue the story. I hope that they do. I have been working on it for like 5 years now. So I really hope that it's something that can come to fruition. And if it doesn't, then I'll alter it in such a way and I'll just basically rip off the story.
We said this earlier. Meg talked about that, Bastard. Yeah, just like that's how Hollywood is, man. You piss off the wrong people, unfortunately. Blackula.
Yeah, Blackula's a classic. Blackula and Black Werewolf. And what are some of these other?
That's also been the thing too, with some comic books. That's why I said some comic books, some things are perfect on the film, and with comics and cartoons, the sky's the limit. And there are, I do admit that as a comic book reader, some changes to the MCU or live action do make sense. Not everything on a piece of fucking paper with a pencil or crayon is the
Agreed.
same as live action.
Agreed.
So yeah, you can take liberties, and this is why Wes knows this. We all know this. There's certain adaptations that are fantastic. Certain adaptations are just shit because as long
Yeah.
as you don't change the basic the message of the story or the characters, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with changing small details, but just
Yeah,
don't.
no,
You know,
Christopher Priest and Christopher Nolan. Christopher Priest wrote The Prestige in
Yeah.
2005 and then or 2003. And then it was turned into a movie in 2006 by Christopher Nolan. He saved that book because that book is trash. But he
Yeah.
took the bare bones, the idea of it, and he made an incredible movie. I read the book afterwards, hoping to see now. You know, and there's other stuff too. You have like Rambo, First Blood. It's a
Yeah.
great movie, but is the book better? Yeah, the book is better. But you know what? Guess what? Rambo's the bad guy in the book. So can you deal with that? And if you can't, you don't read that book because it's
Yeah.
you know, it's a product of the
And
60s
plus,
and 70s.
and plus at the times, I mean, could you imagine back in the 80s and stuff making at the time Rambo especially a Vietnam war hero and stuff, the bad guy of a movie in the 80s probably wouldn't have
Right.
worked for the times.
No,
There's no
it
fucking
wouldn't
way.
have.
Audiences would have slayed that movie, and that's like unfortunately that's how. And we talk about this. How many films from the 80s, 90s, 2000s couldn't be made in 2023 because audiences couldn't
But like
accept that.
if you had made The Prestige like exactly like the book, at best it would have been a halfway decent
Yeah.
sci-fi TV series.
That's why I
Like
remember.
Sci-Fi Channel TV series.
Yeah, I
But
remember.
it definitely would not have been the incredible fucking movie that it is.
Yeah. No, I remember reading Jurassic Park the book, and Jurassic Park the book is way different than that fucking movie. That movie,
Yeah.
that book would not have been a good movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, I would, you know, it's something that I would definitely like to see. I don't have a problem with this movie. I definitely enjoy this movie. I watch it probably once every couple months. I have it on iTunes. It's very enjoyable to me. The book is one of my favorite books of all time. I've read it probably 20 something, maybe 30 something times, which is crazy. Everyone I've ever dated is always like, how can you read the same book you've already read? Like, you know, like because I get something else from it every single time.
I feel the same way every year. Like most people, like I sit down, I'll just take one day off and just watch the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. I still feel like every year I just get something different out of it, and that's a prime example. Like you saying, Gary Nerdrotic would say that true diehard Tolkien fans would say, "Oh, we know Peter Jackson changed X, Y, and Z." It's like, guys, come on, again, those damn books. It's these are 1,000-page, but you're not going to make 16-hour fucking movies, and it's some changes have to be made. Like,
yeah.
So
yeah, it's I think that way before they ever had the concept of John Wick, you know, I think John Steakley did a great job of you know, because basically Felix is John Wick in the vampire world, you know, and it's pretty cool. He's practical, you know, he's kind of a pussy. I mean, he's good with guns, but like he doesn't want to be in a position where he has to use them. Like, and anytime he's ever used them, he's used them against people who don't know how to use guns. So he knows he's always going to win. And Jack Crow kind of challenges them like, you know, hey, this is like the fight of like, let's save the world against vampires. Quit being a pussy, you know, and then he still doesn't want to do it, which is great. And they kind of have to trick him into doing it, which is even better. And he becomes something that the vampires are actually afraid of. And that's even, and because he can think outside the box and because he thinks like a criminal, he's able to, you know, come up with a plan to actually like really like fuck up and hurt the vampires and stuff like that.
Well,
so there's that. Like I said, it's not even a long book, but it's just it's very dense in its fiction. So
Wow.
it's definitely something that I would recommend to people.
Yeah.
It's really a shame that John Steakley passed away in the mid 90s, and he didn't get to finish what he was doing. He only got to write the 2 novels that he did, Armor and Vampires. But it's definitely something that I can see why they turned it into a movie. I can see why they did what they did, and I really don't have a problem with it.
All right,
I love
cool.
both of them for what they are.
All right, Enzo, any last words? Want to wrap up at 2 hours? Be nice segue at 2 hours. And
Oh, well, all I gotta say is what's crazy is like Valak only has like fucking like what 15, 20 lines of dialogue in the whole movie.
Yeah.
He kills as many people as as lines of dialogue he has.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah. And yeah.
I could wish to play a character that cool someday.
Yeah, like everybody's saying, it's like just very, very good movie. John Carpenter. We'll keep doing John Carpenter while we're going. And yeah, Vampire is scary, good practical effects, and yeah, guys, great fucking stream. Hopefully this
Yeah,
kept
we
under
kind of
6
stumbled.
seconds.
We kind of stumbled on the John Carpenter thing just by
Yeah.
accident. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's keep keep doing the John Carpenter thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, thanks. We just were in 2 hours, but no, it was a great, fun time. We'll keep let's just keep John Carpenter. Fuck it, man.
All right. Thanks for
All right.
watching.
Thanks,
for
buddy. We
following.
appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, Sunbeam, for following us. We really
All right.
appreciate it.
All right.
Y'all are
We'll
the
see you later.
best.
All right.
Laters.